It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Clayton Kershaw gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. EK, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
And with a quick breather here, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Corey Seager may not have your prototypical shortstop body, but he's proved he can handle the position. Standing at 6'4", a lot of people have felt like he might be too big. But he's proven everybody wrong. He's done a great job.
Alcides Escobar will stand in now for the first time here in this World Series, and he's a guy this club really needs to get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough October for him so far. He just seemed a little overmatched in the games that we've watched. It looks like he's just trying too hard, and sometimes that just puts more pressure on him.
Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike one, as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight.
First pitch, 7:06.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Ranging back is Ethier, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he is in there with the first hit of Game 1. It's a double.
Oh, it's just so important for a visiting ball club to come out swinging in the first inning. You got to do what you can do to get on the board first. And he gives him a good shot at that right here as he kicks off the night with a leadoff double.
Stepping in now, Paulo Orlando. And she'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
You can bet now that in the postseason, on the road, in Game 1 here, they'd like nothing better than to get on the board first. Just kind of let these guys know that they mean business. And they've got an early opportunity to do just that.
Kershaw comes set. Here's the 0-1. Softly to the right side. Should get the runner to third. Up quick out number one.
Yeah, he might have thought about going to third for just a split second there. But with nobody out, I think the smart decision was to go ahead and take that out at first base. And that's exactly what he did.
Lorenzo Cain will step in here with a runner at third now. So maybe an important at-bat here early in the ballgame.
Yeah, I think you really need to get something out of this inning, even if it's just a sacrifice fly. If you let this guy off the hook, he might not even give you another chance.
Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. One out and a runner on third. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Hard hit ball to second, right to Utley. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Manufactured run right there. You get the double to start the inning off, and then it's all about get him over and get him in. And two straight groundouts do that job.
Kendrys Morales will stand in for the first time here in this World Series, and you see the numbers. He's been as hot as anybody around.
Maybe the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
A good job there of making a two-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now. A runner on first with two away. Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Here he comes on a ball and two strikes. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Royals out in front, 1-0. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Yordano Ventura is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. We'll look to build on that here.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, you got to love having Alex Gordon in the outfield.
Remember, he's a converted third baseman. It absolutely flies, gets a great jump, really leaves it all out there, out in the outfield. He's won 4 gold gloves in a row. He's as good as it gets.
Chase Utley stands in as he looks at a called strike. This is in the air out to right. Orlando is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Striding into the box, Corey Seager. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting third.
And with 2 away here in Game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these 2 teams took to get where they are tonight. Justin Turner gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And that misses inside 1-0.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, this has been just the kind of start you hope for in a Game 1.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. It remains 1-0. Salvador Perez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
Kershaw's ready. First pitch on the way. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Yeah, 3-0 count now to start the second. Doesn't look like he's gotten into the flow yet.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And it's a fly out to start the second, one away.
Batting 7.
Yeah, and he'll be disappointed with that at bat. This is a 3-0 pitch, and it's pretty much on the corner. There's no reason to swing at that unless it's in your happy zone, and he winds up lofting an easy routine fly ball. That's a giveaway at bat.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And another foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Omar Infante to stand in. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Royals lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Adrian Gonzalez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
First offering on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Perez recovers. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Into the box now, Josh Reddick, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Kane is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, not his most fluid swing there. You could see he wasn't really able to generate a whole lot of torque there, and this is an easy play out in center field.
Here's Jock Peterson now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Ripped down the first base line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt.
Batting seventh, catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
So striding in, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
And this one's in the dirt. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And he'll just slap the tag on the runner between second and third to end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. They still trail 1-0. Yordano Ventura will step in now as he'll get a chance to swing the bat here in the World Series.
Yeah, and remember, thanks to the National League winning the All-Star game, no DH in games 1 or 2, or 6 or 7 if we go that far.
Kershaw gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Here it comes on 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Boy, tough enough to be an American League pitcher swinging the bat as it is. How about having to deal with pitches like that?
One word, Matty, unfair.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher.
The batter, number
sets him
2,
down easily for the first out of the third.
Alcides Escobar.
So one gone for the shortstop, Alcides Escobar. Grounded up the first baseline. Backhanded. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
Paulo Orlando stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
All right, now you've just seen two straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
Two out, nobody on. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ethier on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. KC down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Yasmani Grandal digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Kane going back. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in now is the left fielder, Andre Ethier. First delivery to him on the way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Chopped in front of home plate. Perez going to have to hurry. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Clayton Kershaw digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
And when he's finding the inside corner with that curveball, whoa, he can be tough. That's a hard pitch to hang in there on.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-2 delivery. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
The Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Lorenzo Cain is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Kershaw into the windup. First pitch on its way. Back to work now is Kershaw as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Got him.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
Morales.
Settling in now, Kendrys Morales. He reached on a single in his first try. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Alex Gordon stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
On could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Chase Utley will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Swung on and chopped toward the hole. Morales comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Now to the plate, Corey Seager. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. The Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Justin Turner waits on deck. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. Drilled down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Shoots this one to first, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
That's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Oh and 1, here it comes. Tap fouled at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Salvador Perez will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone, but you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2.
I think that's enough toying with him now. I bet he comes right at him on 2-2.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Kershaw looks in. Full count pitch on its way. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw on to first to take care of him, and Kershaw's in control now, 2 away.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone. So it becomes a fairly easy out.
Omar Infante stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here. And you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. His first homer here in the series. And the Dodgers are back even now at 1 apiece.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing. And sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick.
Right fielder, Josh
As he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Orlando will wait on it, 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped high in the air. Morales is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The catcher,
Popping it up
number
is
9.
bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
Yasmani Grandal is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. In there at the knees, strike one. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Kane over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One for the Dodgers. It's Adrian Gonzalez with the home run. 5 innings complete, all even at 1 apiece. Yordano Ventura will stand in here as he'll get things started for the Royals in their half of the 6th.
Yordano Ventura.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
And even when he's just laying pitches in there, they still swing right through him.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
He watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike three.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Bounced weakly near the plate. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Escobar.
Alcides Escobar will dig in. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
1 out, nobody on. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
The right fielder, number 16.
And you want to talk about being on top of your game? This is the first base runner that he's allowed since way back in the very first inning. He might not even remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
Paulo Orlando will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Ready with the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Center fielder, number 6. Lorenzo Cain.
Lorenzo Cain will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. To first. And Gonzalez will take it over himself, and that'll do it. Royals leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Andre Ethier gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Left fielder, Andre Ethier.
Ventura's ready. Here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Two and 2 now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Line toward right center. Well, this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Clayton Kershaw is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
On the ground to the left side. Moustakas is there. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting the second
he's
baseman.
able to set down his opposite number there. And I'll tell you, these 2 guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Chase Utley will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Kendrys Morales We'll come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball in there for a called strike.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Reddick is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Into the box, Alex Gordon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
Here comes the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, and he's really getting over the top of that curveball.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. High and deep to right. Back goes Reddick at the track. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The catcher, number 13.
Well, this is a home run swing, and it looked like he thought he had one off the crack of the bat. But this place, not exactly known for being a home run haven, and this ball dies out there on the warning track.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
Hit to short. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. KC down in order. Still tied 1 apiece. Corey Seager steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
The shortstop, Corey Seager.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Action in that KC pen now as the right-hander's begun to loosen up. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Into the box, Justin Turner. as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Bases are empty, one man out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. And getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
In the air to straightaway right. Orlando back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Now, once the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Escobar is there for it, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Score remains tied 1-1. Eric Hosmer is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the eighth.
35, Eric Hosmer.
Now this pitch is popped up. Playable for Grandal behind the plate. And reined in, one away.
The batter, number 14.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison to this point. And as you could imagine, in a 1-1 ball game, both guys sporting excellent lines so far. Now in the box, Omar Infante. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Yeah, he probably won't have too big a dip in velocity the rest of the way. But the later this game goes, the more important it'll be to watch where his location is. That's probably the bigger concern.
Lifted in the air to right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. It's been the kind of game we've come to expect here at Dodger Stadium over the years as you check the line score. Pitching, defense, and not a whole lot of offense to this point. Christian Colon will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 24, Christian Colon.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
2 out, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready with the 0-2. Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he is in there.
Yeah, and about the is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now. So he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Alcides Escobar will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
and he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Grounded to short. To his left, Seager. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Eric Hosmer is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Number 35, Eric Hosmer. Now pitching for Kansas City.
New pitcher set to take over now as the former number 1 overall pick Luke Hochevar gets the nod. Josh Reddick will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And there's the good fastball from Hochevar as he gets ahead 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
He pulls this one into right. Olanda is there, 1 away.
Well, this ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
Here's Jock Peterson now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. One out, nobody on. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane has it in his tracks. 2 gone.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Digging in, Yasmani Grandal. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Gordon is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Dodgers down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back in the entertainment capital of the world with baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us as we're set for what remains in this one. Paulo Orlando will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Orlando.
Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. A good pitch there on 0-1 as this is hit foul over to the right side. Strike 2 now. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one, and you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's Kendrys Morales. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9, all tied at 1-1. Andre Ethier will try things again. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips.
Yeah, he got solid contact on that line out, but it just didn't work out. In this game, you have to trust your approach. Eventually, it's going to pay off.
On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he's set down 1 away.
The pitcher, number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Kike Hernandez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Heading out towards shallow right. Orlando posts under it. Oh, no, it drops. Around first on his way to second now. Around second. He'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a 3-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there in plenty of time. He just winds there. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well-deserved.
Chase Utley will stand in now. Hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Possible winning run just 90 feet away here. 1 away. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gordon's after it. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And they will walk off with Game 1 here at home.
Really one of the most entertaining World Series games we've seen in a long time. What a finish here as they come through to win this in their final at-bat.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 2-1. Good night from Los Angeles.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 2 runs on just 2 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. For Kansas City, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Clayton Kershaw. The loss goes to Luke Hochevar. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.